Welcome to Lesson 4. This is part 4 of 5 parts. Be sure you have completed all previous videos of this lesson before watching this one. MS Project 2013 literally has hundreds of reports that can be produced. We're going to do a brief survey of the reporting feature so you are familiar with how this works. We could literally devote an entire course to MS Project report generating. A dashboard view, such as this one, is a good choice to review with the project sponsor and other stakeholders at key reporting periods. If you choose your milestones carefully, you will improve the view and show your viewers critical places in your schedule. If any of the percent completed or late tasks values do not fit expectations, this would be a good time to take corrective action if you haven't already identified the need. We might want to see what the assignments are, and we can generate a report to show them. This might be something we print or email to team members to show them their agreed upon assignments. If you choose A3 format and use page setup to fit to a single page, you should be able to get this report on a single page of a PDF. Here's what the preview of the assignments report looks like. In this navigation session, we're going to walk through two very basic types of reports that you can use right out of the box. It appears that with Microsoft Project 2013 that Microsoft has completely redesigned the report interface. So the features and functions here are a lot different than in previous versions. Well, let's take a brief look. I'm on my Gantt chart view, and I'm going to come to the Report tab. And you'll notice here in View Reports, I have New Report, Dashboards, Resources, Costs, In Progress, Getting Started, which is a very rudimentary form of help, Custom, Recent, and on the two ends I have Compare Projects. So this actually allows me to compare two project plan files, which can be very useful. And I've got Visual Reports, which are essentially pivot table exports to Excel. So let's look at the built-in functions, though. Although this section is called Dashboards, it appears that many of the other sections have dashboard-like views as well. So let's pick Project Overview first. I showed that in the slides. And you'll notice not a whole lot is populated here because we really haven't started the work of the project. So there is a milestone here, and if we had more milestones, this would make a good milestone chart to show to project stakeholders. Notice the percent complete. It's done by phase. Microsoft puts the high-level summary tasks here. So we can see our percent complete based on those high-level summary tasks, or in this case, our project phases. And then any late tasks would be populated here. So again, as I mentioned, many of the reports look like dashboards. So if I come to Resources, let's pick Resource Overview, and you'll see that it is kind of a dashboard view with a chart that shows me my actual and remaining work against my baseline. And of course, the only thing that's populated at this time is the remaining work. Let's go back to Report one more time, and we can look at costs. And I could look at a task cost overview. And again, it's somewhat of a dashboard view. I can compare the actual cost, the remaining cost, and the baseline cost. So the reports are built in, very, very useful. Okay, so now I'd like to turn our attention to another type of report, one that's very easy to put together And if you have any experience in working with tables and drawing objects in Word or PowerPoint, you're going to find the interface very natural. And this is a brand new reporting feature as part of Microsoft Project 2013. I'm going to come to the Report tab, choose New Report, and pick a table report. I'm going to call this one Team Assignments because I want to communicate to the team what they need to do when. So I'll click OK. You'll notice I get a box, sort of like a rectangular box with team assignments in it. I also have a table, and right now that table only has one thing in it, and that's the project summary task. Let me just scroll down a little bit. So using some of the common tools of the other drawing objects in the other products, I can just use the arrow keys to move my table up, or I can drag it up. And I really don't want to see the summary task. I really want all the subtasks. So I click all subtasks, and that'll give me the lowest level of work, which is what I really want to communicate to the team members. I have a field selection here, and of course we're missing the resource names, so I want to add that on. And now I can spend a little bit of time making the report look a little nicer and fix it up so that it'll print better. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'll double click here, and that will expand the text. I can zoom out a little bit so that we can see the whole table. And I can move the table over then. And I also want to expand the resource names. So let's pull them out. And now that looks pretty well centered. The resources look like they're defined pretty well. And so I've got a nice table put together here. Now I'm going to take team assignments, and I want to really make that look more like a header. So I can right click, and that brings up the normal tool for font. I'm going to choose 28 point, and I'm going to bold it and italicize it for emphasis. And now I can just draw out the box so that it extends a little beyond the table. And I can right click, and you'll notice I have fill options, styles. So I'm going to bring down fill. I'm going to choose a gradient fill. And let's, I like that one. We'll pick that one. And I can also influence the color. As a matter of fact, I can get a lot more detailed on the gradient. I can come to Format Shape. And you'll notice I'm on fill, which is where I last was. And notice I have some control over the gradient color. So I'm going to pick a light blue. And I can close this if I want to get it out of the way. And now I can take this box and I can pull it down. Now the only thing is I found that it doesn't automatically scroll, so I have to zoom to see everything. But I can pull it down just past the edge of the table. And I can also change where the text appears. So right now I have middle alignment. I can choose top, and so it'll go back to the top of the box. And of course I'm covering over the table, so I can do a send to back. And there I've got my report. So I can use some of these design tools then to change the orientation. Actually, it's already landscape, which is good. I can view page breaks. It won't let me change them at this point, but that's okay. We'll try and print the report. Come to the backstage view, click Print, and I can see if I can get it to fit in one page. And it will indeed do that. So now I have a nice report that I can print, distribute, email, put into PowerPoints, can add other drawing objects, can manipulate the data in the tables. It's quite easy to create these types of reports. So I would encourage you to practice with some of these and learn how to use some of the tabular reporting first. So that ends our navigation session on reporting. Hope you enjoy the report writing feature. Now it's time for you to practice. Check out the dashboard project overview and create the assignments report. When you are done, resave your file. Lesson 4 consists of 5 parts. You just completed part 4 of 5. Please proceed to watch part 5.